Hi, my name's Julie David, and I've been with Premier Designs a little over 6 years, and I'm so excited that you've taken a couple minutes out of your day to hear about this amazing company. And I just want to share with you, just like I would if I was sitting across the table in your own kitchen, sharing with you about Premier Designs. You know, Premier is an amazing company, and you need to know right off the bat that we have what I love to call a trifecta. We have three amazing parts of our business that just separates us from every other direct sales company out there. First of all, you need to know that we make 50% of everything we sell. Premier Designs considers us complete partners, and so it's a 50-50 split. And you're not going to find that with every single direct sales company out there. So that's the first part of our trifecta. The second part is the amazing hostess benefits, and you cannot underrate that. It is so amazing. Our hostesses get 30% of the show total in free jewelry, plus two $50 bonuses, plus they get to shop at half off. All that free jewelry is supplied by Premier, not by me. That is huge. So that free jewelry that the hostess gets is the reason she wants to have a show, which is the reason my business keeps growing stronger and stronger every year. And the beautiful thing is, it does not cut into my 50% to pay for all of the wonderful free jewelry that she's getting. Premier provides that. And the third part of the trifecta is that if I choose to share this wonderful business with other women and bless them, encourage them, guide them, help them to be jewelry ladies as well, Premier, not those girls, but Premier is going to take part of its profit and give it back to me. It's a 10% commission on the wholesale value of the jewelry that the girls on my team sell, comes back to me once a month. And that is amazing. And you know, that third part of the trifecta is what can make this particular job a six-figure job. So please be aware of that, and we're going to talk more about it. Now, as I tell you about the 50%, the 30%, the 10%, some of you might be saying, holy cow, how does this company do it? How is that possible? Well, I will tell you how it's possible. You need to understand how we were founded 28 years ago. We were founded by this amazing couple, Andy and Joan Horner. And you see, they didn't start this company to make money for themselves or to make money for their family. They wanted to raise money for missions, and they wanted to help three specific groups of women. Women like me, stay-at-home moms. Women that are single moms, where this is their only income. And women in the ministry that are doing God's work but certainly not getting paid for it. So they wanted to design a direct sales company where if we worked hard, we would profit well. And so they were very interested in pouring back into us, not pouring into themselves. Another thing you really need to know about this amazing couple and this amazing company is that there is so much integrity involved in it, and we are debt-free. Our buildings, our manufacturing plants, everything is all paid off. So we don't have any debt overhead. So if you look at your own budget and consider how much interest is in your budget, take it all out and think about the financial freedom you would have to give back to others. So Premier has been very passionate over 28 years to make sure that we've grown slowly and that we do not take on any debt. And so that is what allows us to be so generous with the 50%, the 30%, and the 10% in that trifecta. And we're going to go into more detail on that over the next 20 minutes. Now, direct sales. Did you know that direct sales is the fastest growing industry in America? And why not? There's no brick and mortar stores to rent or pay for. It's a very profitable business. And in this day and age where people are connected more on the internet than they are in person, we need reasons to get together. And that's what direct sales does. It's direct, person to person. So we love it. So people get involved in direct sales for three main reasons. They need extra money, temporarily or long term. They want a flexible work schedule. They want to work from home, especially a lot of moms. We want to be there to get our kids off the bus and be available if they're sick and not have to ask permission. And we want to reduce debt. In America today, we have so much credit card debt, college debt, loan debt. We need to get that paid off. So that is the reason people look to direct sales. Now, I want to ask you a question. If you've got your follow along sheet, I'd love for you to just jot down the answer to this question. What intrigued you about listening today to hear about Premier Designs? What intrigued you to hear about direct sales? take a second and just write it down. Is it debt? Is it you want to work from home? What was your reason that you're interested in learning a little bit more about Premier Designs? Another question I'd love for you to answer is, what is your biggest concern about getting started in direct sales, specifically Premier Designs? You know, I bet many of you would say the following. I need money. I don't have money to get started. So I'm sure to start my own business, it's going to take a little bit of money, and I don't have it. So how is it going to be possible? The second question or problem that you might be concerned with is, I don't like to talk in front of people. I'm sure that it involves speaking, and I don't want to do that. That scares me. I'm intimidated. It's probably hard. Or I don't know anything about jewelry. So how in the world can I sell jewelry? I'm not a fashion diva or anything like that. So how could I do it? Or it might be time. Or the big one is, well, I don't have any friends. I don't know who would do shows for me. How would I even get started? I'm sure it takes some people. Well, you know what? I had all of those problems. Those were all my issues, all my concerns. And in fact, I laughed in the face of the girls that were telling me about Premier. See, I was a much different person 6 years ago when I decided to sell Premier Designs. I have a little picture, okay? This is me with my son. At the time, I had 3 kids. I still do. My kids were twins that were 5, and then I had a little one that was not even 2. I didn't wear any jewelry. I had no self-esteem or confidence. I had absolutely no money to get involved in Premier Designs, and I had no friends to ask to do shows for me. So I pretty much felt that I had the trifecta of not doing Premier Designs. But you know, God had a different plan for me, and I listened to what Premier had to offer. And I took the time to ask a few people from my past and that were currently in my life if they would be willing to do a show for me. And you know, I had 6 people that said yes. And so I turned to my husband and I said, well, I've got some people who will do shows. How are we going to do this? You know, we have this amazing thing through Premier. It's called the Premier Rewards Card. And so we got the credit card, even though we didn't have the cash up front to get started. We got the credit card. I got my jeweler number, and I had my first show. And in that first show, it was $1,000. I made $500 the first night of selling Premier Designs jewelry. And I never looked back. I continued to do about 6 shows every month. And we made about $25,000 in that first year selling jewelry. I worked for about 10 months. And we made another $5,000 from sponsoring a few people in Premier in the commission, in that 10%. So in that first year, we added $30,000 to our income. That was a drastic change. It provided an opportunity for me to be able to stop babysitting. See, I used to be a 7th grade American history teacher. I did that for 8 years, and I quit that job when I had my twins, became a stay-at-home mom, and we'd been struggling for that 5 years. In fact, we had even been a 1-car family for an entire year because our car died and we couldn't afford another one. And I'd been babysitting for 3 years, and I really wanted to stop doing that because I was homeschooling my kids at the time, and the two things were kind of converging, and I needed to stop doing that. Premier provided the answer, and it has been such a blessing ever since. I homeschooled my kids for 4 of the last 6 years that I've been in Premier, and the last 2 years my kids have moved on to private school, funded by Premier, through what we're doing in Premier. 2 years into selling Premier, we were so confident about the income that we had through this wonderful company that we were able to sell our 1,200 square foot house and move into the house that we're in right now. And so Premier has been an incredible blessing, and it has gotten better year after year after year. I have loved meeting all the women that have come into my life through Premier and been able to bless them and watch them grow. My husband will tell you that the money that we have made through Premier has been such an incredible blessing. But the greatest blessing is that I'm not this woman anymore. I'm this one. And Premier has given me so much confidence, and I've learned so much about myself and how to go out and be successful. And I really love sharing that with others, and so does everyone in Premier. It's such an encouraging company to be a part of. So if those were your fears, time, friends, money, confidence, please don't let that stop you. Please talk to the person that sent you the video and ask them, how you can overcome your hesitation, because it's going to be worth it. So why specifically Premier over other direct sales companies? Because I'm sure if you're investigating Premier, you're investigating other direct sales companies. Well, we have an incredible philosophy to enrich lives and to honor God. And again, that integrity is so important. Relationships. We are built on the foundation of relationships. So if you are hungry for some friends and some fellowship and some fun, this is the place you want to be. Self-confidence. It's totally changed my life, and it can change your life as well. Jewelry is fun, easy, simple to sell. It is so simple. Listen, I'm going to show you something. This is what I have all my new jewelers use. We have a little flip chart. We call it a purse game. And I'll teach you. It's so fun. On my website, you can watch my show. It's so easy. You throw out a letter and they find something in their purse and they get a diva dollar and they're so excited. And then you just go down the bullet points of everything that we need to share. We share about all the key things that we need to tell them about in the show. And when we get to the jewelry, then I teach my team to just go over 5 concepts. Doesn't matter what jewelry you show, just teach some people the 5 concepts. Different jewelry ladies do it different. Just show a few tricks. My 5 concepts, if you're curious, are how to take a long necklace and make it short with a clip it, how to take a short necklace and make it long, how to layer, how to frame, and how to build a jewelry wardrobe with one basic necklace and multiple pendants. And so I just take some of my jewelry and I show it to them, and the jewelry sells itself. It's awesome. It's so easy, and women love it. You know, jewelry is a want, not a need. And you want to sell a want. And that's because when people see the jewelry and they go, oh, I love your bracelet, I want it. They want it. It sells itself. It's so easy. And jewelry is the #1 gift item in America. So you want to sell the #1 gift item, right? Okay, fabulous. All right, we also have an incredible guarantee. Our guarantee is awesome. You know, we sell a product that we don't have to worry about repurchasing to make a customer happy who's unhappy. Nope, our company stands behind it. Our golden guarantee is a manufacturing defect guarantee. So if the jewelry is not manufactured perfectly, we're going to get them a new one. It's free in the first 60 days. It's $5 after that. The critical thing here is it's a manufacturing guarantee. It's not a wear and tear warranty. So we do teach at our shows how to take care of your jewelry. So it's so fabulous. If anything happened to this beautiful ring, this is from Premier, then Premier will replace it if it is not the customer's fault. So it's really an awesome, awesome company that they stand behind their product. Don't forget, we make 50%. That is awesome. You know, sometimes people say, well, I would rather get involved in a company that's super duper cheap to get involved in because I don't want to have to put, anything up front. But you need to look at the long-term investment. We make 50%. So if you go out and have a $600 show, you just made $300 with Premier. If you're going to only make 20%, you're going to make a whole lot less, okay? So we want to make sure that we're maximizing our time and our profit by making 50%. I already mentioned our Amazing Hostess plan. Let's review. 30% in free jewelry. So if you have a $500 show, that means the hostess gets to pick out $150, anything she wants in the book. All she pays is $4 for shipping, and she pays the sales tax because we still have to send the sales tax to the state. So she pays that. She then also gets bonuses. We have 2 awesome bonuses. They're each worth $50. She picks a date. She has $100 in pre-sales. She gets $50 in free jewelry. It's amazing. Now, if she, at the show, gets 3 more people that want to have a show, and one of those people could be her. She wants to have another show. Then she gets another $50 in free jewelry. Now, both of those things are designed and exist to help us as the jewelry lady. So Premier is awesome. They are giving her $100 in free jewelry. Now, we do have a fee. We pay $8 to submit a show. Doesn't matter whether it is a $400 show or a $2,000 show. We pay $8. And for each one of those $50 bonuses, we pay $6. $6 for her to get 50. That's awesome. Now, altogether, if we have a perfect show, that's $20. Now, we need to pay that fee. Because in the eyes of the federal government, if we do not have a fee every time we submit a home show, then we're an employee and not an independent distributor. And you want to be an independent distributor because when you own your own business, guess what you get? Tax benefits. That's right. Lots and lots of tax write-offs. So everywhere you drive is a tax deduction. Every piece of jewelry you buy is a tax deduction. Every dollar you invest in your business is a tax deduction. The iPad I'm using to record this, tax deduction, because I use it for my business. So it is awesome. You know the other thing that's awesome about our home shows? The jewelry all goes to the hostess. So we do not have to deliver our product, which is an awesome time-saving thing. Even the golden guarantee, if somebody has a piece of jewelry break, Premier is going to mail it right to her. They don't mail it to us for us to deliver. That is huge in this business. So we have no deliveries, which is awesome. Okay, very good. All right, now I do want to point out that in Premier, we do not have any quotas. We do not have to sell so much jewelry each month or each quarter, which gives us a lot of freedom. So women get involved for Premier for different reasons. Some women are looking for a hobby. They're looking for a little fun, a little fellowship. They love the jewelry. They want to sell it. They want to buy it. You know, they want to do 1 or 2 shows a month. You are welcome. That is awesome, okay? But there are some women that want a full-time income. They want to support their family on this. And you know, Premier can totally do that. Remember, my very first year, right out of the gate, I made $30,000 in 10 months doing 6 home shows a month. Okay, that's totally doable. The more home shows you do, the more money you're going to make. The more people that you add to your team, the more commission that you're going to make. So this can totally replace whatever job you're doing right now. I make way more now than I would have if I had stayed in teaching. This is an amazing job. This is a 6-figure job for me, and it can be for you as well. Okay, now, the third part of the trifecta is that commission. And this is what makes you have a 6-figure job, okay? You could certainly do jewelry shows, and I suppose that's possible to do that many, but that would be a lot of jewelry shows. What you want to do is you want to share the business with people and tell them how awesome it is and help them their lives to be blessed. And Premier says, thank you very much. We so appreciate you training and loving and encouraging, and that's what this is all about. And so what we're going to do is we're going to give you 10% of every dollar we make. So let me explain this to you. Let's say you go next door and your neighbor buys $100 worth of jewelry. Okay, you just made $50. Nobody's touching your $50. The only way that you're going to not make $50 is if you say to her, oh my gosh, you can totally have 10% off. Okay, well then that would take $10 away from your profit. But Premier will never touch your profit. So you made $50. You send $50 to Premier to pay for that jewelry. That jewelry is then sent directly to your neighbor, okay? You don't even have to have it sent to you. It'll go right to your neighbor. No deliveries. Now, Premier just made $50, but here's what they're going to do with that $50. Well, they are going to take 10% of it, or $5, and they're going to put it in the bucket of your mom in Premier, okay? The girl that sponsored you, trained you, loved you, encouraged you, went to training with you, made sure that you knew what you were doing. They're going to throw $5 in her bucket. Then they're going to throw another $5 in your grandma's bucket. That's the girl that sponsored your mom, because she sponsored your mom and trained your mom and she trained you. And so she gets $5 too. And then the girl above her, she gets $5 as well. That is $15 gone from Premier's profit. Do you realize that you actually made more on that jewelry sale than Premier did? Because they just threw $15 back towards us. Isn't that awesome? And then they're going to pay for the jewelry, and they're going to pay, their electric bill or whatever they have to do. And then the profit that's at the end, they're going to give to Word of Life Ministries because they rock and they're awesome. But, a lot of other companies, they know this is going to happen. They know they're going to pay commission out. So on the front end, they adjust the percentage. And they say, you know what, we're just going to pay you 35% and we'll take 65% because we need that little extra to cover the commission. But not Premier. Premier says, no, you're working, we're working. You got costs, we've got costs. Let's just split it down the middle and it'll all work itself out. And it's worked for 28 years. We are an incredibly successful company that has no debt, and that speaks for itself. Okay, so this is a commission. It's awesome. Do you have to sponsor? No. Do you want to sponsor? I would. Whenever I find something good and that's awesome, like a really great deal on a pair of shoes, I always want to share it. And Premier is awesome, so I share it with everybody. Well, how do you get started? Oh, it's so great. I love the trifecta. There's got to be a catch. You know, what is it? Well, remember I told you that Premier does not have quotas? Okay, this is the best part about Premier, what sets us apart. We do not have quotas. We do not have pressure. So we do not want to be a buyer's club. Instead, what we do is we just pay a jeweler fee every year to be a jewelry lady. Every year, every jeweler in Premier pays $350. That's basically $1 a day. What do we get for that? We get free shipping, which I would totally spend more on shipping throughout the year on catalogs and jewelry and prizes. I get free shipping on all of that. We get, of course, the support of our company and wonderful training and the website. And here's the other thing we get, and I love this. They pay my sales tax. So when I sell jewelry to my neighbor, I just include the $6 sales tax, and they take it and they send it to Pennsylvania. It's really awesome. And anybody that's ever owned their own business knows how amazing that truly is. Now, the first time you are a jewelry lady, you pay $395. So there's an extra $45 in there because you get some catalogs and paper products and all the stuff that you're going to need to get started. But let me tell you about that first year. The first year is awesome. It is the best because you get us. You get your jewelry mama who comes to your home or to a restaurant or your mom's house, wherever you're wanting to have your kickoff show. We bring our expertise, our experience, and our jewelry, and we work for you. So we will do that jewelry show so that you can learn how to do it. It'll be all your friends, just as if you had been a hostess. You get all the free jewelry as if you were a hostess, but you also get all of the bookings, those future shows that you're going to need to get your business going. We will help you book them, and you make all the money, which is awesome. So when you pay $395, you got to take into account that that jewelry show that you were going to have, that you weren't going to make any money at as a hostess, you're now going to make half of it. So girlfriend, go out and have a $1,000 show and make $500 at your kickoff show, and you just paid for your jeweler fee plus some. Now, we know that you need money. So what we really encourage you to do is to go out and book 6 home shows before you even have your training show. Why? Because if you even have a tiny home show of $400, you just made $200. If you have 6 of them, you have $1,200. Now, why would you need $1,200 when I said the jeweler fee was $395? Because if you're going to be a really successful jewelry lady, you need some jewelry, right? Okay, so we have 2 discounted kits to get jewelry on your table. They're not required. You do not have to buy them, but it's a really smart idea. It's a really smart investment. And if you know you have 6 home shows, you know you've got $1,200 coming in, you can pay for this jewelry. So the biggest kit is $750. It's 70 pieces of awesome, well-selling jewelry, okay? In addition, as a bonus, they give you a free bag with trays and a ring sizer and a necklace sizer and all this stuff, tags and posters. It's an over $110 value, and you're going to need it. They give it to you free. They discount this jewelry over 25% off the 50% off price. So it's $750 for over $2,000 worth of jewelry. It's amazing. If you know you have the shows, you know you have this paid off, there is no worry here. The other kit is 40 pieces. It's $475. Also comes with the bag and the trays. It's awesome. It's a great way to get started. And then the third option is just jeweler's choice. You don't get a kit. You just buy what you want at our discount, which is 50% off. And, of course, then you'll need to buy a bag to put all that jewelry in to take to your shows. If you buy one of the 2 kits and you get that jeweler rewards card, you can actually finance this for free for 6 months. It's amazing. All right, so I just love Premier. So here's my last 2 questions. On a scale to 1 to 10, where are you at? Please don't pick a 5. 5 is right in the middle. Are you a 4? Or are you a 7? Are you a 9? Premier is awesome. You need to mark that down on your follow-along paper. And let me tell you something. If you are not a 1, congratulations. That is awesome. Ask yourself, why was I not a 1? Why am I a 3? What made me love Premier? Why am I a 7? What made me love Premier? What made me a 10? Sign me up. If you are at a 10, then you just need to call up the girl that sent you this video. Get her name, get her jeweler number, go to premierdesigns.com and click in the lower right-hand corner, join our family. That's all you need. You can go right on the website and try to get the rewards card, see if you get it, if you're worried. And you know what? You can stop right there. You can stall the process and think if you just wanted to see if you could get the credit card. But I would encourage you to do that and give her a call. Now, if you have a hesitation, write it down. What is your hesitation? Mark it down on that paper. Put pen to paper. Help yourself articulate what's holding you back. Call the girl that sent you the video and share it with her, because I bet you she can help you work through how to get over that. You know, Premier is an amazing company. I told you that they like for you to have 6 shows. The reason that they like for you to have 6 shows is because they know that you will have a successful start. And that is just the beginning of all of the free jewelry that Premier will give to you. They do not have quotas. They do not make us do so much here and there, but what they do is reward us all the time. And the very first thing out of the gate that you can do is do Quick Start, which is 6 shows in 6 weeks. If you do that, you're going to have your kit paid off very quickly. We know you're going to pay off your investment. It's just a matter of how fast. And we'd like to see you do it pretty quickly right out of the gate. But you take your time and do your shows however you like. But if you do 6 in 6 weeks, Premier will give you $200 in free jewelry. And if you do 9 in 6 weeks, they give you $300 in free jewelry. And that's just the beginning. My very first year, remember, I made about $30,000 in that first 10 months. I also earned about $4,000 in free jewelry for my table. So Premier is just an amazing company. I hope you learned some things. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. It's julie.david@ymail.com. The Y is for Yahoo. So it's julie.david@ymail.com. I encourage you to call the girl that sent you this video. Ask questions, pursue it. Don't wait. It is an awesome company. It's everything that I have said it is and more. You will love it. God bless you. And just enjoy your time working for Premier Designs. Thank you.